Texas. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
And good evening, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here, along with Meteorologist Annea Scales. It is so nice to have you here on a Friday evening, hanging with you. It's kind of like happy hour here at WLBT.
It was an hour ago.
What do you mean?
It was 5 o'clock.
Oh, so you mean it's too late? The specials are done. That's it. I'm getting charged full price now.
That's true.
I hear you. It happens to me, actually. I went somewhere in Florida, and they have this incredible happy hour where you get half price pizzas and everything like that. So I walk in and I go, I'm like sweating because I'm trying to get in there. I don't know when it ends.
Yeah.
And you know what she says? She goes, it ends at 5:30. And I said, what time is it? And she goes, 5:29 and 45 seconds. And I just said, margarita pizza.
Yeah. That's not an hour though. I think the thing about happy hour is that it's an hour.
So I'll write a letter to the
5 to 6.
You know, I'll write a letter to their governor. And but anyway, she put it in. She goes, okay. Then she goes, dude. And she goes, look at that, 5 seconds to spare. So I guess what happens in that case? Like if you enter it 1 second too late, that's it. You're paying full price for the pizza.
I bet they'd be happy to do that. Charge double the price. But either way, if you like warm weather, you were probably happy about the forecast. You're not going to be happy about what we had. Well, I should rephrase that. You would have been happy today.
Okay.
You're not going to be happy Sunday.
Oh.
And definitely not Monday.
No, I'm not happy about it now, though. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm already, and that's wrong, right? You shouldn't be living in the future like that because I'm letting it, but no.
Enjoy
it's going to be a nice first half of the weekend.
Yeah.
And if you're a cold weather fan, you'll like the second half too. Me, I'm just tired because I was out there wrapping up the trees this morning before I came to work. Yeah. And I'm tired. And that's my only reason. So, you know, I wish they would just come in and do themselves Tuesday morning and I'll be happy.
And that where you see the low near 20. Now that's actually the actual temperature, but we'll have a little bit of a breeze coming in, making it feel even colder. This is looking at our wind chill. Feels like temperatures for Sunday night, mid-30s. But for Monday morning, we're looking at the teens. Now the record low for Monday actually is 15 degrees, but that's actual temperature.
Yes.
This is wind chill.
Yes.
So it is going to be a little bit more pleasant. For now, we've been seeing some pretty nice conditions across central Mississippi as well. We're tracking some stray showers. It looks like a pretty calm day across the U.S. You see some snow over in parts of the Great Plains into the Midwest. A little bit of stray showers across Louisiana. But otherwise, just kind of a nice warm evening. We're in the mid-50s here in Jackson. And we can see, though, further towards the north, look at Minneapolis. That's miserable.
3. At least it's easy to count the temperature.
That's true. You can count on your hands. A toddler could do it.
9 degrees below zero in Winnipeg. By the way, those are temperatures. That's not the wind chill.
Yeah.
So
can't imagine that Arctic air. Now, thankfully, we're not going to see temperatures that low, but we are getting cold, dry air moving into our area for the extended forecast. Just not for this evening. Another look at the temperatures. Macomb, you're still hanging on to those low 60s at the moment. Jackson 58, 59 as well in Vicksburg. But we mentioned the weekend. The first half is going to be pretty good. So for Saturday, very similar to today. 48 for the low, which is warmer than average. In the afternoon, definitely warmer than average. Around 70 once again. And then Saturday night, that's when things start to change. We'll see a cold front pass through. Minimal showers. You could see a little bit of heavy rainfall in some spots overnight. So not even really affecting your plans. Midnight to around 3 a.m. Sunday, we could see some showers. And then after that, just blustery and cold conditions moving in. Yep. That's why we have the first alert weather days.
That's right.
That's why we have the 4 Ps as well.
People, pets, pipes, plants, not in that order. You get to choose on your own.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good order.
I think so too.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it is.
It probably is.
I was going to say maybe pipes and pets, but no.
Plants you can replace real easily. Pipes are a little harder. Pets, come on, when they're your babies, you can't replace them.
Yes.
The people, well, those people are irreplaceable. So there you go. But I also want to encourage you to check the smoke detectors going into this weekend too. Your smoke and your carbon monoxide detectors, because now's a good time to, and I'm going to tell you my pet peeve. Can I tell you my pet peeve?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't stand when I'm talking to a friend on the phone and I hear beep.
Oh, yeah.
Beep. So I had this one friend. And I said, listen, can I come over to the house and please change the smoke detector battery? And they were like, do you have a ladder? I was like, no. I mean, I do, but I didn't want to bring them. I'm bringing my ladder. Turned out because it was all the way at the top of the ceiling. So I was the jerk. Basically.
Yeah.
So what do you know? But it's important because honestly, this is your life here, okay? And it's $1.25 battery. You know where I shop. It's okay. I shops with the people. You know that. And it's just a matter of life or death. So I think it's really important to change those batteries and the smoke detectors and what have you, and do's it the right way.
Right. And that's not even the only kind of heating related thing, precaution that you need to keep in mind.
That's true.
We have on the space heaters, or on the list, I should say, the space heaters. The space heaters are on the list. This list particularly says avoid. Now, there are precautions to keep in mind if you have to use a space heater. There is a parameter, several feet. It'll say on the box.
We're not anti-space heater, but I'm going to tell you right now, I actually went to a neighbor's house that was on fire from a space heater.
Yes.
The entire house was gone.
Yeah.
I found my neighbor laying in the grass, smoldering.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not saying they're bad, but the problem is there's a lot of bad things that can happen with them unless you're paying extreme attention.
It's easy to misuse.
So, there you go.
So you don't want to rest anything on that for sure. People will have a blanket and then you'll have your feet up. You don't want anything touching it. Several feet around the perimeter, kind of a circle, nothing touching.
Patricia Purvis is chiming in here in our little chat. She says she needs smoke detectors. And I will say this, a lot of it's too late now because it's Friday evening, but a lot of the fire departments used to give them out. That was like a big thing. They would give out these smoke detectors for free, but they're not expensive. You can get them at the orange store, the blue store, if you will. Most stores actually have them. So, Patricia, I don't want to tell you to spend money, but well, you don't need to worry about central heating and air. You still got to have something just in case something smokes. Smoke detectors are little battery operated things. Just go. I actually have one sitting on my shelf. I was like, why hang it? Just let I just need to know if it's smoking.
Well, they are slightly radioactive. I like to not be very close to them.
For real?
You didn't know that? They are a little bit. Now, it's not, you're not going to die because of your smoke detector, but they are a little bit radioactive.
Well, don't sleep with your arms around it is what you're saying? Okay, maybe I'll embrace it that way.
I think it's good that they're up high. And also because that's where smoke goes. It rises.
It always rises. In a fire, you want to be on the floor and crawl out of there so you can avoid the smoke because the smoke doesn't usually congregate at the floor. Hey, Claire Fontenette, good to see you. Thanks for joining us from the big state of Louisiana. We're happy to have you here.
Talking about, honestly, mine probably needs to be changed because my smoke detector is to the point where it's sensitive to steam.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, when they get sometimes if they're old, then honestly, a lot of steam, like cooking or a shower, will make it beep. Wow. That happens to me all the time when I like to steam vegetables a lot.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
And sometimes it just starts beeping, and I'm just like, please stop. I just start waving my hands in the air, like, please stop.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm cooking, typically there's something smoking, so that's just how it works.
Yep.
What can I say about that? What else you got for us?
We should look at that extended forecast. We've talked a lot about the weekend.
Because that'll warm your heart.
Yes.
It's a gumbo alert for the next couple of days for sure, but
yeah.
That's another thing. The tire pressure. I gotta work on the tire pressure. There's so many things to do this weekend.
I have to get someone to look at my tire pressure.
I don't like being an adult.
Someone that can interpret it. That's one thing that I struggle with cars.
Yeah.
But just like Dave said, everything is going to be warmer by the end of the week.
Yep.
Even by Tuesday, we're closer to average. So the typical high is around 60. We'll be at 56 for Tuesday afternoon after starting below freezing once again. And then by Wednesday, upper 60s and even low 70s for Thursday. And that's also when we see our next chance for rain. We could see some stray showers, maybe some scattered showers Wednesday into Thursday. Until then, we'll be pretty dry for the most part. And we're just going to have roller coaster temps going up, kind of the drop off. Saturday is like one of the peaks, plummets. The drop is Sunday. And then we start climbing back up again.
Linda Massey says hello. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Friday evening out there. Hope all of you are actually enjoying your Friday evening. We still have another 24 hours, I'd say, of some nice weather, but the clock is ticking. And the good news is the cold weather never lasts very long here in Mississippi. So as cold as it's going to feel Monday and Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, by Wednesday, you'll be saying, what cold? Wasn't it cold just the other day? And then the countdown's on to Christmas.
In reality, wasn't it cold just the other day?
Yeah. Was it Monday?
Cold the other day.
Monday or Sunday? I can't remember which it was.
I think it was Monday.
Yeah.
I usually get to sleep in. This little cycle that we've been in has been really good for me.
Yeah.
Whenever it's freezing, I stay in bed.
So this is what's weird. Last night I went to bed. I went to bed about 11. You know, I get home right after the show. I don't hang out here. And I went to bed and I got up today. It was after 10. Can you believe that? That's crazy.
It's pretty late.
Yeah, it's pretty, for me, that's really late. Normally I'm up by 7 o'clock and sipping the coffee and trying to figure out how I'm going to solve the world's problems.
Right.
But didn't happen quite that way today. But I'm excited about this forecast because it does warm us up over time.
Yeah.
So that's good. But it is going to be quite cold Sunday and Monday. Tuesday morning, chilly, but it'll feel balmy by afternoon. And then, like I said, Wednesday, we're out of it. We do have another weather system coming by Wednesday that could give us a couple showers. But beyond that, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yep.
Anything else to report?
That's all from me. I'll be back tomorrow morning, though,
I know.
with any changes.
You're going to have the latest. I hope there aren't any changes, but, you know, it's a possibility. So, Meteorologist Annea Scales, really appreciate you being here. And we will see you tomorrow bright and early at 6 a.m., 6 to 7 a.m. Annea knows I do this sometimes. I will wake up, pop on the TV, see what Annea's doing, see what's going on, and I'll be sipping the coffee. I usually don't text her, because I go back to bed after the show, believe it or not, for a little bit. I get my little nappy in, but then I get my day going.
Unless it's a disaster. Well, it's good to not get a text from the boss on the weekend.
I don't usually text you with too many disastrous things.
That's true.
So that's good. We don't need to worry about that with you, Annea, because you're a consummate professional. I think you were born that way, honestly. I'll have to talk to your mom and dad about it, but I'm pretty sure you were.
They would have a different story.
Oh, really? Well,
but it's fine.
Yeah, I know I wasn't. I could tell you that. That's a whole other story. I'll be on Fox 40 News at 9, WLBT's 10 p.m. news tonight. Look forward to seeing y'all there. We do appreciate you spending a few minutes of your day with us here on our streaming apps and also WLBT.com. Again, continue to get your latest weather conditions from not only WLBT, but WLBT.com and the free First Alert weather app. We'll talk to y'all later, and find those jackets now. Get them ready. You're going to need them here in just a matter of hours.